Welcome everyone to the Ryan Cross Project. I am always is Travis, the guy who came up with the shit. Today we have a new show, which is the Cutting Room Floor, where I would interview or just talk to filmmakers and whatever. But so with me today, I have very special guest, returning first time, Calvin T. Shepard of Calvin T. Shepard Films, who I did not misspell his last name at any point during the promotion of this thing whatsoever. Shut
Oh,
up.
every time.
So, Calvin, last time you were here was 2 years ago, give or
Was
take.
it really that long? It doesn't feel like
I
it's been that long.
I know, right? I mean,
I,
you've won about 20 awards with this damn movie. So, I mean, I can imagine it feels like relatively like going by fast for you, which we'll get to that in a minute.
I
Which
bet it's
is,
been a year.
you know what? I'm a check. It's good. I'll check. Let's see
I,
here. Let's see here.
because I think it was the week of the film festivals I'm going to this week last time as well. Maybe I'm wrong, but I
Which is
don't
even
think I am.
funnier. But it's just it no I only say that because it was friggin' fun the last time we did
Oh
this.
yeah, it was a good time. We had
And
Jasmine with us here, who's
yes, we
living
did.
in LA now because she's big time. So
Wow.
yeah,
She
she
said,
was
I'm
in
out of the sticks of Colorado and I'm going to the bright lights of LA. All right.
Bright Lights of LA. Yeah, LA. She was just recently in a Goo Goo Dolls music video.
I saw that. Yeah,
Yeah,
that's actually really cool.
yeah, isn't it?
So, Jasmine, if you're watching, hi.
Hi, Jasmine. She should be watching. Like, what the
Well,
heck,
we
Jazz?
just started, so I don't think anyone's watching at this point, but fingers crossed.
Whoa.
Let's see here.
Streamed 1 year ago.
Really?
Yep. Wait, I
What?
want to look at the date. August 21st. So it's been more than a year. So you're right. It's closer to 2 years than it is 1 year because it's.
I know, but that can't be right. That's not fair.
I'm
That's
looking. I'm
I
looking at the
know.
picture of me and
August,
Jasmine. It's like
yeah,
completely
August
different
21st,
people.
2021. I could have sworn it was two. No, it was 2 years ago when we did the writers' room. Is what it was when you first came on here.
Yeah.
That was
This
a train wreck and a half, which was
It was
fun.
fun. Yeah.
I was recording in a closet with no internet, which was awesome.
If you watch the old Safe House 1618 interview behind me, you can see all the cards on the wall from because we're still
Yeah,
I still hadn't taken down set yet. So
I was about to ask what was with the cards on the wall. Was that just aesthetic, or was that just
it's
like
the game room. It's their
oh,
game room. Yeah, and like okay, I don't know if anybody else had this experience, but I kind of put the film kind of around what it felt like to be in quarantine for me. And during that time, like the amount of times I rearranged and hung things on the wall that I would never hang on the wall normally was just what. So I just kind of figured like if people are stuck inside doing nothing, they might get bored enough if they've been there long enough to start hanging cards on the wall or doing weird stuff, which is putting red light bulbs in bathrooms. Or that was kind of how I thought about it, honestly. So
hey, I mean, it worked. It gave the safe house a great atmosphere. It gave me a thing that was like, are any of these Joker cards? No, that should have been something. We'll get to that. We'll put a pin in that for later. Um, but I've actually known you longer than the first writers' room, or even predating. I would like to say predating the filming of this, but I'm not quite sure.
of this movie, Safe House 1618.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've known you way longer than that. Yeah,
Okay, good. Because I remember because we actually met. Shout out to Jack of all Trivia, which is still going strong on YouTube, which is awesome.
I haven't done anything on there in so long. I just
Yeah.
been so busy, and I have so much fun doing it. I honestly do,
Oh
and I
yeah.
love watching like movie trivia all the
Yeah.
time. So
It was really fun to be part of it in my own right because I was one of the hosts,
mhm.
question masters of it, which was hilarious at times because I couldn't read my own questions and I was the one who typed them, which would have been
Mhm.
even funnier if I handwritten them. But that was fun. That's how we met. But then we started talking about this Batman project that you wanted
Mhm.
to do. This is the pin I'm going to take out of it because of the Joker card.
Mhm.
Now I know you had so many ideas. You probably still do
Yeah.
because knowing you, it's fucking Batman. So
Yeah.
who wouldn't? But you went from the Batman trailer, which by the way, I have not rewatched that trailer in a long time, and I'm
Mhm.
about to do it after this is over. I think, but we talked about that, and then you just kind of not veered off, but like switched tracks into going from a fan made series, which, no offense, would have been one of probably another billion that's out there,
Mhm.
and then you made this
Mhm.
Safe House 1618,
Yeah.
which has gone on. I'm not kidding when I said nearly 20. This dude has. This is we joked about this earlier off air. 17 wins, 0 nominations. So he just walked up to every film festival, was like, "I'm winning that." And
I
then
I think the nominations stay the same if you get nominated. And also, I want to point out that I have to go on to IMDb and fill those out and like put out the whole form. So honestly, I haven't done all of them just because it's so tedious. So
okay, so 17 out of how many then? Because I'm genuine now. You got me genuinely curious because
Um, so one of the hard things about like Film Freeway, which is where you submit your film festival stuff, is that like you can win multiple awards at a film festival, and then it will still only like recognize it as one award win because you're an award winner here. So like it shows that I have 26 wins, but I know at a lot of festivals we had multiple wins as far as like film, directing, acting for Jasmine. You know, we had some editing
yeah,
awards, we had some cinematography awards, we had some all that type of stuff. Um, so that sounds like a brag that we have way more than 17, but we do have more than 17, and they're not all big festivals. I mean, like honestly, my biggest goal was to just keep the film being talked about as often as possible until it came out, so that way when it did come out people would want to watch it.
yeah.
So
And right now it's kind of amazing because it's just you're going back to my old stomping grounds. If not, you haven't gone back already in New Jersey for the Schmod Fest, if I'm not mistaken.
mm-hmm.
I'm
i I'm so excited.
excited for you because there's a whole story that I'm pretty sure I probably can't get into because I used to work for a specific place.
Mm-hmm.
Um, Screw it, I'm just gonna do it now. I used to work for Toyota Financial Services
Mm-hmm.
and a call center, and I actually talked to Kevin Smith that way, which was even funnier
Wow.
because I was like, and I broke so many professional things. I was like, I hate to break professionalism, but can I ask you a question? Yeah, sure. What's up? I was like, is this Kevin Smith from like comic book man Kevin Smith? He goes, oh no, I'd have to lose a ton of weight and have blonde hair to be Kevin Smith. I was like, oh okay. I bet that's basically how the conversation went. Then about halfway to the walk to the bus stop, I was like, hey. So
He's screwing with you.
yeah, he's describing Jason Mewes, and I was just like, you motherfucker. I was like, that's great. That's freaking great. By the way,
So
I just want to say, hey, Jasmine, who's actually just went, yay, save out 1616.
Jasmine's listening. Hi,
Yeah.
Jasmine.
So, yeah.
Um,
But yeah, sorry.
man,
But
I got
that was
I got
fun.
an embarrassing Kevin Smith story too, because I. Okay, so here's the thing about film festivals: is you get into a lot, and you get denied for more. So like, I've gotten into a lot, but I've gotten denied for even more. So
Yeah.
like, and this is Kevin Smith's, right? And he had
Yeah.
like he had his video on his website saying that they got like over 1,000 submissions for 26 different countries, and they selected my film. So I'm sitting there thinking, something's up, right? Because I just feel like like I mean, yeah, we made the film and definitely earned it, but at the same time, like I don't know.
Yeah.
So when I first started making films, I didn't realize that you could make a no budget film until Clerks came along, right?
Mm.
And Clerks came along, and I saw it, and it blew my mind. As far as like what we could try to do, and so immediately after that, I tried to make this really. This is years ago. I tried to make this really goofy comedy film where like it's about these group of guys dealing with their relationship issues, and they get relationship advice from two guys standing outside a convenience store, one of which was me, right? So like it was a pure rip off thing, right? Like,
Yeah.
and it was like that's how you start out, like when you're making films, is you purely rip off things and you learn from doing that, and then that's where your originality comes from. what you don't do with something like that is go to a live talk with Kevin Smith and then try to give him a flash drive with that film on it. Like I did that years ago, And but my question is now, and I'm gonna ask you if I get the chance to talk to him at this film festival, which I'm really hoping I do. You have to win in order to talk to Kevin Smith.
yeah.
Like you have to be a winner to talk to Kevin Smith. You can't be a loser. And so if I'm no, I'm just kidding. If I end up losing, I'm not gonna get the chance to ask it. But I'm gonna ask him since he did select the films, and be like, is there any chance that you selected this based off the memory of a crappy film someone handed to you years ago? And he's probably going to say no. But
I don't remember who you're talking about, kid. I don't know what it's like. Yeah,
but he might remember that moment. He might remember that moment where some kid, thought he was good enough filmmaker at not even 20 to hand him a film and say, "Hey, I'm a good filmmaker."
My first film. I haven't made others. This is probably my best one.
Yeah. Well, to be fair, that's what he did. So
yeah. Well, I'm not disputing. I just find that little framework very funny.
I do too. So
yeah, it's very fun to have like different stories about people we've actually looked up to or watched for whatever, and it's always fun to do that. But so you went from doing the like I said, the Batman thing, to putting your blood, sweat, and tears, almost literally, in some degrees probably, into making Safe House 16, 18, and making everything happen for that.
right.
So,
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it was that too because like I've talked about this a few times, but it was I had to work a manual labor job the entire time we were making that film, and if I sound distracted, it's just because I'm going to share this link to the live stream so that way people get on here and start talking to us, maybe hopefully.
I was about to too, but I'm like I don't want to be unprofessional and
No, I'm gonna do it. I don't care. People watch back and be like, "Oh, I'm glad he did this, so I could watch back and do this now."
Yes.
So come chat with us. Come chat with us and have fun. And there will be cookies. I'm gonna say that there will be.
Don't make false advertising part of my mantra because I don't just have to have cookies and I have them on just this side of the thing.
All right, now
I
said it will be. Well, just because there's cookies doesn't mean we can give them. They have to give them cookies. There are cookies, but
there are also internet cookies, so we're not entirely wrong.
The Batman thing, yeah, exactly. The Batman thing was kind of a therapy in a way because I feel like when things have gotten bad for me in my life, I've always turned back to Batman. He's always kind of been there for me, and so I feel like the Batman thing really came from that, and it came from wanting to. When I got laid off and was living at home and had nothing else, and it's like, well, the animated series is there, and then all the animated movies are there, and then I had like finally a like in the first time in my in its existence, a in 2020 I had a good experience 8 years later with The Dark Knight Rises because I hadn't had a great experience with that movie just because one. I'm from Colorado, so that always changes, and it changed everybody's outlook on that film. But as well as the fact that, like, I don't know, it just didn't live up to me for The Dark Knight for years. And then I watched it again recently. And that whole trilogy for me doesn't feel very Batman in some ways sometimes. But in that one, like, that whole chase sequence from the bank when he comes back, and it was like I got like chills in my stomach watching it again. It was a good time. So Batman found me, and because of that, I wanted to create and write Batman, and that's what I did. And we didn't finish the project, and I'm both curious as to what would happen if we had, and glad that we didn't, because what we did move on to, I'm very, very happy with. something that can go into my filmography. It's something that can exist as something I not that like fan fiction doesn't exist and doesn't like exist in people's creative, but like it's harder to go into a room and be like, oh, I created a fan film, now I want to make another movie. And like I'm really just really glad that I did something that came from me. And there's still things that everything I do has some kind of Batman inspiration in it. You can find it if you really dig for it. And I don't know. I really and I also had a moment where Matt Reeves' trailer came out, and I thought I was going to give up on filmmaking completely because I just could never do anything like that. It was to me like what I've waited for so long. So.
Yeah. It definitely shows in what you've produced thus far, and even on some of the teaser images and not so much the trailer because you did that all on your own, but it's like you were showing me some of the teaser images for like all these different Forbes, Time, and whatever
Mm-hmm.
magazines for Gotham, and I was just like, maybe change that name and that one, and it's called good. I was like,
Yeah,
I contributed, it was fun,
yeah.
but not to make this self indulgent, which is
No, no, no.
exactly what it was. There was definitely passion there shown for it, and you talked to me about the jokes and things between you and the person who was going to be in the lead of that. Um, but now moving forward into the manual labor that literally the blood, sweat, and tears probably came into for Safe House 1618, and then you said it was a 9 week or 3 month, 6 month process. Remind
It
me.
So what it was is I worked at the sand and gravel pit until from August until um, April, and we shot for 2 weeks in April, and then had a final cut by August. So it was kind of like a whole year, but we only shot for 14 days, so
Hmm.
which was
Okay,
a rush.
so you shot this thing within 2 weeks.
Yeah.
That is impressive. I mean, it kind of helped that you had everyone probably stay in the same place because quarantine was a thing. Uh, I mean, which also kind of brings the killer into focus if you think about it, because we talked about this before when you were coming up with Nobody, the killer of the
Hmm.
movie. It was more of you wanted to just what happens when you break quarantine, when you break all these different things, and it's like you basically embodied, probably unintentionally, but you basically gave COVID a face and then covered that face in a trash bag and had it kill people, which was fine.
Well, I mean, like, yeah, that's what we all had to live in: trash bags and
Yeah.
dishwashing gloves and masks and goggles and everything to not get COVID. But yeah, I mean, that was the idea from the beginning. Like, if I'm going to lock characters down and tell a story where they're locked down during this time period, it like during the time that we're going through, it's going to have COVID connections whether you like it or not. And
Yeah.
so like his like there I had a great conversation with an actor I worked with once and a friend of mine named Caleb Furr, who was in Country Mustard, and we had a long conversation about the script, and he had kind of pointed me in the direction of things like Mask of the Red Death and Seventh Seal, which both had characterizations of the Black Plague as like these personification people that would come through and like be literal representations of death. Because I mean, COVID is a sickness, but it's also a representation of death because it kills people. It has killed people, and so like that idea that it's going to come and it's going to find you if you ever leave your house, and it's going to follow and it's going to kill everybody else. That personification was the idea. And so no one, like, he couldn't be human in that way. He needed to be weird and different and out there and purely a representation of death in that way as well.
Yeah, no, that totally makes sense, and especially with the way the movie ends, being as vague as I can, because however long it's been, still no spoilers. But
Well, it's out now if anybody wants to go watch it. So
yeah, I was gonna plug at the end because all right, we're getting your plug in there.
I
Relax.
will plug all the way through this whole thing. That's the whole reason to do these things is to plug, and plug. And I like talking to you as well. I should put that part as well. But
That's
yeah.
talking to me is secondary. Just saying that Safe House 1618 is available on all digital streaming platforms except like Netflix and things. You can buy it on any digital platform.
Mhm.
Just saying that is kind of nice. And saying it a
Yeah.
couple of times throughout the show is going to be fun.
Yeah.
Fun, but
Feels good.
which is another thing. How does that feel now that you have something on your filmography that's not, as you said
YouTube.
before, yeah, it's not.
It's good. I mean, it helps with making another project. It helps with being able to say, like we've done this thing now, and it's available, and anybody can watch it, and it's interesting. It's different. It means that like we're getting from reviews from just casual watchers, which is really fun. Because casual watchers are not looking at it as if it's a $10,000 film. They're looking at it. Okay, so I got home from Bullet Train and I watched Safe House 1618. And this is how I feel about that. There
Yeah.
wasn't even 12 cameos from major movie stars for no reason in the movie. I don't understand.
Yeah.
What I have one review on IMDb that was like, it's got some blood and some killing, but there's no sex or nudity. And it's like, what
Yeah,
kind of a review is that?
I mean, it's a review, which is unfortunate, which is something I was actually funny bringing up the reviews because that's something I'm actually genuinely curious because there are probably some people that will say reviews will either make you or they'll just break you. You'll either have great reviews that'll just propel you to a different, not stratosphere, but different next stage, or they'll have some that'll just break you and just be like, you don't feel like making anything anymore. So where's the balance? Where do you find like
if
the light throughout all that murky water that is the comment section, if you will?
it's really funny you bring that up. There's a film festival we got accepted to, and we won a couple of awards at. Jasmine won a Best Actress award or Best Actor award. It wasn't actor actress like some of the festivals are. It was just one actor award, which is really interesting because that film festival at the time had a multiple Academy Award winner like actor return film. Like the film itself didn't win the Academy Award winner, but it had 5 Academy Award winning actors in it, and Jasmine won. It was insane. The film's called Not to Forget, and not to like harp on that film because I think I think it must be great because one, we won Best Feature, they won Best Director, and they also won Best Ensemble Cast. But I just think it's such a big achievement for Jasmine to have won that award. And then like the next week we were in a different film festival with them, and he won Best Feature and I won Best Director, so we flip flopped. So it was kind of fun for like 2 weeks.
Yeah.
We were going back and forth. But those guys did podcast recently because they do a lot of podcasts, and they did one on it called a bad review special because what this film festival does is they take they have somebody dedicated to doing reviews and people dedicated to doing the film festival and film awards, and so they did this thing where they did a bad review special because somebody paid to have a review. That's what you do. You pay to have somebody review your film, and they didn't get a good review. So then they got pissed that they didn't get a good review. And throughout this entire episode, they just keep bringing me back up because I get bad reviews and I post them because I think they're funny.
Yeah.
And I think they're great. So I just did a talk with them a couple hours ago about bad reviews for a couple hours, and that will come out like next month. But the fact that you're asking this question, I think that if a review can break you because you're going to have bad reviews whether you like it or not. Every film has a bad review. You're gonna have a bad review whether you like it or not. And if a review can break you, then you're not in the right business because then you just shouldn't be doing it, because it doesn't matter. It does not matter to me. Like, I'm making a film that I want to see, that I have envisioned in my head, that I can't get out of my head until it's on camera and on screen. And like, if I do that, then a bad review, like, yeah, I may recognize some of the flaws, and I might want to go forward and fix things based off of that. But the bad review should never break you, in my opinion.
No, that is a great that's a great point, because it's just there's so many times that reviews will be like, "Oh, this movie's guaranteed to make you laugh." Da, 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 da. Man, this movie just sucks. I'm like, it's not necessary. You gave it half a star. Did the movie crap on your food? No. Leave yourself a little room for more disappointment. Anyway, just I'm just saying, that's just me.
Yeah. Well, and I get them all. You know, I get good reviews. I get good reviews that are like, I brought this up this morning too. I get good reviews that are really helpful and really exciting to read, because they mention things and it's like really fun to hear. I get good reviews that's like, sounds like Harry Styles at the festival last weekend, where it's like, I feel like the movie's good because it's just like feels like an actual movie, or like things that just don't help. They're just like, oh, they're good. You get the same thing from bad reviews, where it's just like, I feel like it's a bad movie because it's a bad movie, and then you get bad reviews that help. So you get either one. So
It's just that fine line of like, this movie sucks. Why? It just does. That's not helpful.
it doesn't help. It doesn't help me to just tell me it's good and just tell me it's good for no reason. I will take it. Believe me, I'm not going to get rid of that review, but thank you for enjoying the film, and thank you for thinking it's good. But you know, if you want to tell me why you think it's good, you know, that's also fun to hear.
Yeah, no, there's a lot of times where it's just, and there's reviews, good, bad, and different.
Mm-hmm.
But it's even funnier when it's brought up in a movie in and of itself, which I think you know exactly which one I'm talking about too, which is even funnier.
Yeah.
Which was Ralph Breaks the Internet, where it was just like, all of us who have ever made any kind of comment were like, don't go to the comment section. Don't do it. Don't do it.
Oh, and I love to read it though. I don't know what. Also, like, I get bad review. It's like like fuel to my fire. Like, fine, next time I'm gonna do this, and I'm gonna make it crazy, and you're gonna feel bad about the bad review on the last film, which they will find something not to like about it again. So
right. It's like someone could literally take a magnifying glass to your movie and go, well, that pixel right there should be pink, and then that one should be green, but they're not. It's like, okay, why are you fine-combing my movie?
Right. No, well, and that's the thing, is people love to tell you how you should have done something.
Yeah. Yeah. And there are always going to be those, but it's just the way you go about it, like you just said, it's like, okay, fine, I'll just make a better movie next time. Like you. It's fine. And by the way, you can swear on here. I really don't give a shit.
Have you seen Ed Wood?
No, I haven't.
There's a great scene in that movie, because it's based on a real filmmaker. It's a Tim Burton film, and it's like notoriously bad film. It's like a disaster artist type movie, right? And there's a scene where he calls this. Trying to see where it's at. I don't need to pull it off the shelf. That's ridiculous. But there's a scene in the movie where he goes. He calls the producer, and the producer says, he's like, have you watched my movie yet? And he goes, yeah, it's the worst movie I've ever seen in my life. And without like changing his smile or anything, Johnny Depp just goes, well, my next one's going to be better. And it's like, that's exactly how we need to look at these stuff. Exactly. I don't care how bad your film is. You just got to keep with that incentive of like, I'm going to make it better. Just going to do it. I'm going to make it better. So.
Yeah, sometimes art can beget art, but just if there's an artist out there, it's like, yes, this is my greatest piece, and it's like, it's all right. It's like, but there's the lines and the colors, and it's all beautiful. That's fine.
Well, and
if you let that break you,
yeah,
you're completely right. Like, you're not in the right, frame of business. But it's just, there's something to having that constructive criticism where it's like, okay, so my dialogue may not be the best, but that's the thing about films, especially any kind of art. It's like no artist thinks their piece is done. It can be dried, it can be framed, it can be hanging in a goddamn museum. They're like, I still should put like a tree there, some color here. It's never done.
You can overwork it too, and then
Exactly.
you'll be like, ugh. And I don't feel like Safe House 1618's done. I don't feel like any of my films are done. It's just you're 100% right, and let it go. You got to move on and do something else. So
Just because it says final on the draft does not mean it's the final draft,
yeah,
which
well,
is always fun.
it is the final draft, unfortunately, sometimes, and you just got to stick with it.
Yeah. I mean,
So-
you'll have a movie like, I don't know, first one pops on has Blazing Saddles,
Mhm.
or you'll just have one that's like epic movie. You know, you're not gonna have you're the same genre, but two different.
Two different things. Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. They can't do the spoof as well anymore. It doesn't work as much anymore.
No, I think that was the last spoof that they've ever done was epic movie, and I was just like, thank God.
Can't think of any since then.
Yeah, neither can I, which is even funnier.
Hmm.
But there's more to this, especially when it comes to what happens after. Now, out of all the times that you've gone and done these awards, again to the 17 you weren't nominated for,
Yeah.
that are on the IMDb. How many times you're like, okay, we're waiting for them to say someone else's name, but it's just like, oh, that that's me, that's us, that's our baby. What was going through your mind every time? It's like just before your name gets called, or if it doesn't get called, what's that process like, and how do you keep yourself from being like either being too egotistical? It's like, okay, well, we got this in the bag because we got the last one, or it's like we didn't win the last one, we're not going to win this one, and keeping that happy, not that happy medium, but keeping the medium where you're like almost ambivalent, if you will, which might be the best way to say it.
The hard part about this question is, so one, there hasn't been a situation where there's been like an event, like where I'm
Oh.
sitting in an auditorium or anything like that. It's all been online for these ones. Like
Okay.
that's kind of the fun part of COVID, right? It's like you don't know, and sometimes with film festival, like you will know before you go too, right? Like every time I've physically been at a film festival, we either know if we won or if we didn't before we get there.
Oh.
So that kind of changes things as well, and it becomes interesting because I'm probably gonna sound like really like egotistical here, but I become like a habitual refresher on the page. Like I just like refresh all day long, waiting for the answer. Because like
Yeah.
I want to know, like
Yeah.
so like they'll give us the date, and then that date is like when the answer comes out, and I just want to know. I just want to know. I want to know and have it over with. I want to
Yeah.
know if I won. I want to know if I lost, and then move on. I mean, like the thing is that I think I said it earlier is like you submit to a lot of film festivals and you get denied for more, and so like I've submitted to way more film festivals than I was originally planning on doing, and we got denied for a lot of them. Then we get into a lot of festivals and we don't win awards, and then when we do win awards, it's great. So I mean, I just want to get the answer out. They give us deadlines. I hate when film festivals are off on their deadlines because they'll start changing dates, and like you'll refresh and you'll be if today, if I'm supposed to find out from film festivals, so the film festival thing will say like September 8th, 2022. We're gonna let you guys know, and then I'll spend all day like kind of like every time I get a kind of a break, I'll go check it, refresh it, check it, and refresh it a couple times a day, and then like it will say September 8th, and then like sometime during the middle of the day I'll refresh it and it'll go September 12th because they just like changed it because they weren't ready. So it's like, oh, come on.
That's
So,
gotta that's had to have happened to you more than
yeah.
once. And B, that's got to be a serious kick in the teeth. You're like, okay,
Yeah.
we're gonna know in 4 days. God damn it!
But
So,
that's just like the film all the way around. Like I've been doing casting
Yeah.
for the past couple months for the new project, and like you get to the point where it's like we're supposed to get an answer today if we're gonna get this person or not, or that
Yeah.
person, and then like they come back and they'll be like, hey, we were looking at this, can you change this or that with the contract? So then like it resets and then you're waiting longer, and like so like stuff like that happens often, and you get that with more than just casting. Like sometimes you're supposed to meet. That's just film, because it's like the thing about film is they say on set it's hurry up and wait, but that's like every single aspect of it is hurry up and wait, because you gotta hustle, 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 and then when you're done with your job, and it's not immediate gratification, you got like so long to wait after. um and like now, like I finished a film, and ever since I finished that film back in, last 2 summers ago, 2021 summer, right? I finished that film, and I've been writing and working on this new one ever since, because instead of getting happy and enjoy the moment of being finished with the film, I just went ahead and hurried up and started making another one. So now I not like all of this is great and it's really satisfying, but I'm not going to be fully satisfied until I make the next film. And then at that point, I know what I'm going to do. I'll put myself in the exact same position again. So that's just what film is. It's just constantly waiting and rushing. So
I mean, that's. I mean, like I said, you went from one project to now working on a new. I'm going to say unnamed project for now.
oh, it's out. Like the name is out. It's Popular Monsters.
Okay, we're working on Popular Monsters. You went from Save House 1618 to Popular Monsters, which, based on the title, I'm guessing is a different genre. I don't know. I'm not in your script, and I don't know. But it's just you're always moving, always finding the thing to take up your time, so you're not constantly in this perpetual state of anxiety of like, did I win? Did I not? Did I win? Did I not? And then the
Right.
waiting and everything else.
Constantly
So,
working.
is there anything you can say to those looking to either start writing their own films but don't know A, where to start, B, what the format is, or anything in between, but they're like, I don't need to go to film school because no studios will be like, where'd you get your degree? It's not like going to law. You
Right.
don't have to go to Harvard to get a job. You can just go out there and do it. What would you say to the ones that are looking for that step, that first step? It's like, okay, from concept to page, from page to more pages to screen.
Well, it's like, one, you're not gonna make a masterpiece with your first film, your second film, your third film, or it like that. You have to like get to that point, and so like loosen up your grip, and like there's like a really knee jerk reaction for young filmmakers to like really hold on tight to a lot of stuff, and like like not trust other people with the camera, or not trust, other, like, look, you're working with friends and it's not going to be great. And here's the thing, um, you like film is the most collaborative art form. You need other people and you need to put your faith into a lot of people. So don't get like so bogged down in the idea that you have to do everything, you have to control everything, and really just, I mean, like, look, my first films were shot on an iPad. Like, go make something and then make something else and make something else, because every time you make something else, it's gonna be a little bit better, and you can get a little bit closer and a little bit better camera and a little bit better this, because you can only learn from failing at this, because that's the only way to do it. Honestly, I think it's to fail. So
Yeah.
my advice is to fail.
So your advice is not aim for the moon, aim for the grass.
Well,
Fail on purpose,
no,
almost.
aim for the moon with everything you do. Obviously, I mean, like, you never know. There are films that have done crazy stuff. Like, try to make the best thing you can, but at the same time, you don't like. It's like like you gotta give it your all, and then let it do its thing once it's done, and then just move forward. And like failing is just failing is the best thing in the world. It's so good for you.
Well, that's kind of what I meant. Is like instead of like alien, you can aim for the moon, but don't be surprised if you hit the grass.
Right,
Like,
right.
don't be let down if you hit the grass because
But
the
you
grass.
got to get up and jump again.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It's just one of those things. It's just because there's probably a million different ideas out there that we haven't yet to tap, especially in the I don't want to say Hollywood filmmaking. I'll say screenwriting industry, if you will.
Yeah.
Because that covers a lot of ground without saying TV, film, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
But there's more out there than what we have. I feel like I'm going in a circle, so I'm just going to try and find a button for this thought while I can. But there's got to be new faces. There's got to be new ideas, which is what we have. We just don't know them yet.
Right. Yeah, and like I mean that's just the way it's always going to be, and things are going to continue to like just I mean everything's just going to keep moving forward, I guess. And I don't know. I feel like indie film could become a much more popular art form as things come forward in the blockbuster. And I mean by indie, I mean like no budget film could become a much more like because Safe House with 10 grand is considered a no budget film technically, and like that could become just a much more popular thing in a couple of years, I hope. So
Yeah, I mean, because not every movie is going to compete with a Top Gun Maverick,
and the
which is, yeah, or anything in the MCU at this point. I mean, depends on who you are and depending on
Right.
who you're asking, but you know,
some people only see the dollars and cents, and that's
Right.
not the way it goes, you know.
I mean, there are other movies like, what was that one dog movie with the guy who played Rocky's son? Fuck. Something about racing in the rain.
Yeah, dogs race in the rain with cars that are red.
Sure. But it's just that was not to say that was a no budget movie, but movies like that. If I or even better, if I could just say the movie Unfriended was probably a no budget movie.
Right.
You know, aside from whatever actors were in there, because I don't think any of them were named. Not named, but like you wouldn't recognize the name if you heard it. You know, stuff like that is done. There are always new technology to be making a movie pretty much like this if you wanted to, if you really wanted to. But there's always, and I'm again spinning into the same thought, which is fun, especially when I'm not trying to make this longer than it needs to be. But
we just keep chatting. We got 2 people in the chat here, so
hey, nice. I think one of them is still Jasmine somehow.
nah, she is enjoying this thoroughly, right, Jasmine?
Survey says no.
Nah.
But no. There are, yeah. But art is subjective to everybody, so that's just everyone has their own view. Everyone has their own story to tell, and I just can't wait to see what's coming out ahead of us. And I can't wait. Okay, fine. Survey said yes because
Survey says yes. Jasmine, this is a Q&A. You have to ask a question.
Yes, I was about to bring that up because I was like, I don't want to flow from this spinning wheel I call a brain to okay, let's open it up to like whoever's watching, like questions and everything else.
She's gonna have a great question
with all of 2 people, so which is gonna be fun, which is great. I'm not discounting the 2 people. It's just it's fun. It's going to be fun.
It is fun. I'm having fun. I'm having a great time. So
yay, that's great. But yeah, man. I mean, so what do you do when you're not writing? Like, actually, you know what? Better question. When you write, do you have anything that kind of keep you focused on this one, on like your one particular story? To like, do you have a playlist, or do you just go?
As Jasmine can tell you, as one of my closest collaborator, probably the closest collaborator, because she has to hear about every single story ideas. Like, it's like throwing shit at the wall and seeing what shit sticks to the wall. And, you know, like, this is kind of what because like for the first couple months after Safe House 1618, I think I was writing 2 solo films and a trilogy at the time that I thought were all going to be like my next film. And then an idea kind of sticks, and then I start pounding on that, and then it won't leave me alone. The shit sticks to the wall and it starts to smell really bad and it just bothers me all the time. And then I got to figure out how to get it off my wall. This is an analogy that just ran right into the wall.
Hey, that's 90% of what I've been trying to say for the past
Right.
45 minutes. So it's all right. So it's okay. You're in good company. Okay, here we are. I got it right here. What was the best part of working with your lead actor on Safe House 1618? JK tells for inspirations about popular monsters. Thanks, Jasmine.
So you really shouldn't do this because the lead actors won a lot of awards and stuff. Holy cow! Like we couldn't get her to leave her trailer the whole time. Like
No,
like,
the best part. The best part.
Oh, the best part?
Yeah, the best part.
When we wrapped with her and I didn't have to deal with it anymore.
Wow! Wow!
She,
there is some tea here. Go ahead
No.
and finish emptying that cup real quick. No, I'm kidding.
No, she knows I'm kidding because I've said very nice things about her and her performance and what it's like working with her, and so much so that like she is one of the co-leads in the next film in Popular Monsters, and I feel like kind of spending time with her between Safe House and this one, some of the movies we watched and some of the things that we went over, and like she's playing a character who is certainly nothing like her, but like if Jasmine didn't exist, I don't know if I would have created that character the same way, if that makes sense. Like it's certainly a character that she like when I know she can play, like I know she could take to another level. And so I definitely think if you're asking about inspirations, it was a good way to kind of segue to both answers.
Yeah. So from what I'm getting from that, it was like if Jasmine not so much didn't exist, but wasn't in the making process, you'd be creating this specific character in a vacuum. And
Right.
there's just no ideas like, okay, so if I throw this and it's gone. And then it's gone. So
yeah, it's definitely like that because like when I wrote Safe House 1618, I was definitely thinking of a lot of the actors that I had available to me. Whereas this time around, I wrote the script and the only actor I was really thinking about was Jasmine. And then from there, we went in like casted people, and as we were casting, then I kind of go back and I go, okay, I've now met this person who's going to
you rewrite based on the cast.
Yeah, not necessarily rewrite, but definitely
modify.
Yeah.
Right.
So yeah, not that they need it because they're all really good performers. Yeah. It's just that like they inspire me, and hopefully I inspire them, and hopefully we come out with something great because of that. But yeah, I mean, Jasmine wouldn't leave her. I don't know what it's gonna be like on this next because she wouldn't leave her trailer, and like she needed cucumber water with 3 ice cubes, and someone brought her with 4 ice cubes, and she threw it in that person's face.
Sounds like just an absolute. I guess that's where you got Popular Monsters from because she's popular and she's apparently just an absolute
monster on set. Yep. throwing cucumber water at people because it has too many ice cubes in it, and
trying to defend herself. I don't even have a trailer. That's not in your contract for this movie, apparently. So it's for tape. It's fine. It's breaking news, I guess. I don't know. Sorry. I guess there are better ways to break the news, I guess. But,
yes, you do. You destroyed it. Like that scene in Once Upon a Time in Hollywood where you came in there with the cucumber water and threw it across the room. And you were like, I had to have 8 whiskey sours. I couldn't have 6. I had to have 8. Oh, he's gone. I'm just here by myself now.
I was not going to be here for any of that. I'll just let you go. I'll just let you go. Go ahead. It's all right. You do you. It's all right. I want none of this woman's breath. It's fine.
No, it's all out of love because I mean she like because if anybody was a tyrant in that way, it's more on me than it is on her because I did some things.
No,
I did some things to Jasmine.
I think we talked about a couple of those.
Like now that the movie's out, I can say
Yeah.
that there's a scene where Jasmine looks directly into a camera and does an entire monologue. None of that is in the script. She knew the situation that she was recounting, and I told her that she wasn't going to have to say any of it.
Yeah.
And then she kind of knew something was coming, and then I told her to look right into the camera and say exactly what happened. We did that in one take, and it was phenomenal acting. There's a scene where no one grabs her and pulls her out of the truck. I told her that wasn't going to happen yet. Like she was just going to get in, and then
Yeah, we'll drop you on 3.
we'll drop you on 3. 1, 2.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, this is other things we talked about in the first interview we had, which was, I'm not gonna lie, that was a huge blast. I wish I think I might still have the original audio from the interview, the extended interview, if you will.
Mhm.
But I don't want to get you in trouble because I'm not sure if I'm allowed to release that because there were
don't
things
know.
we talked about.
I don't remember what we talked about, but
We talked about a shepherd cut.
there is a shepherd cut. I'm going to say it. I don't care. There is a longer cut. There is a 2 hour and 5 minute cut. Now, okay. So indie film festivals are always going to be like an hour and 30 minutes is max where you want it. That's where you want it. And we didn't even do that. I will admit the 2 hour and 5 cut is longer. It is definitely slower, and I like it a lot more. But I understand, like, look, some of my favorite movies of all time are over 3 hours long. So, and you know what? If I can go to a 2 hour and 55-minute Batman movie this year, then I can make a movie longer if I want to. No, I can't. But
I mean, if Zack Snyder can release that 24 hours, 6-day a week, however long that Justice League movie was,
yeah,
it should be fine.
It was unnecessarily long too. But
just have chapter markers so you know where you're at, what you're got.
If they had actually released it like a TV show where they had done it, like I think it would have worked a little bit better.
I mean, that would have been what 20, 15-minute markers.
No, it would have been 4 hour long episodes, wasn't it? Or maybe I'm wrong.
I thought it was like a 4-hour movie. I'm talking about just chopping into like 15-minute. Each chapter is its own segment, like it's its own episode.
Oh yeah, I thought that there was only 4 of those in there. I have only seen it one time.
No, it's a lot longer.
But what I was saying with the Jasmine thing too, I want to say this, that Jasmine, and you can make a comment on there if you want to, but the playing little pranks on Jasmine to get some of the stuff we did out of the character worked so well between the two of us that the next script, she has like a redacted script where there are certain things that are completely blacked out because she can't see them until they happen on set. Which I'm extremely excited about, and I was extremely excited to send like to her co-star. I like sent her a screenshot of like, this is your script, and this is the script. and they're all in on it. She loves, I mean, it works. She gets picked on.
I hope she loves surprises because that's probably this whole script. It's like black, my line. black.
Yeah, I'm excited for people to see that movie. I think it's going to be cool.
I mean, so you know what? If you want to, why don't we talk about that one for a little bit? If you want to, because
I will be very careful on what I say. But yeah, I'm down to do so.
I mean, are you allowed to?
Oh yeah, I'm allowed to. I'm allowed to talk about all the information that is already public. So there is information like on the IMDb and stuff. So I'm good. So
the IMDb now. So brief synopses.
So the IMDb line is a Popular Monsters is a new breed of serial killer haunts the digital world through a vast knowledge of technology and social media.
I'm sorry, what?
A new breed of serial killer haunts the digital world through a vast knowledge of technology and social media.
What kind of Jordan Peele Wreck-It Ralph bullshit is this?
It's exactly what it is.
No. It's
No,
all green screen. No.
Yep. So we have we have 2, 4, 6, 8,
Who do we
10,
appreciate?
12, 14, 16 people casted already, which is
Nice.
awesome. Very awesome cast. A couple of returning faces. We have Jasmine, obviously. Randy, who played the doctor in Safe House, great guy.
Cool. Also also great interview if you want to go back and watch that one.
Yeah, that is one that's back there too. Maddie Steele, who plays Jasmine's friend in the garage scene, and then Byron Thompson, who he has the radio voice in Safe House 1618, but he also plays one of the older cowboys in Country Mustard, which I'm very excited to get him on there. And then a bunch of new faces, people I hadn't worked with before, which I'm really excited about.
Very, very nice. Very, very nice. Now, I have to ask, how in the Sam Hill did you get half the music you got without, like, any kind of budget for that stuff? How did that work?
Okay, so the bathroom murder scene where she's listening to that hip hop song that says "You Don't Let Me Go." That song, that was from a really good friend of mine. His name is Michael. He was doing his stuff under the name Don Milo at the time, and now he's starting a new project with Zeno Crossfade. He's a really great musician and artist, and I really appreciate him letting us use that song because I was kind of in the minority of the idea that song would work. Not that it's not a good song, just that type of song for the type of situation we were presenting. And then they edited it, and it works so well. I think that's one of my favorite moments is that every band but one are all local Colorado bands.
Nice.
So or artists in general. The only one who isn't is a band called Snash that was in the scene where the cops raid the house. Those guys are from England, and I love their music, and they're big, but they're not huge yet. So that was really helpful. And what happened was we were going through a lot of music, and one of my editors, Garrett, was over, and he was like playing them, and I was listening. Like, this is really cool. We had a couple of drinks, things like that, so I wasn't very sober. So during the middle of the night, I just emailed them, and
That's when all the best decisions happen. It's late at night.
Yeah.
You're drunk off your ass. That's the best time.
Best time.
Just do business.
Best time. So, Jasmine hasn't stopped commenting after, like I said, I really want people to know that she is really a great actress and that everyone should work with her. So if she stopped commenting because she's mad at me, I'm sorry.
You'll hear about it from her peoples.
Yeah, her agent, who I hear nothing but stuff from about how she doesn't have DirecTV in her trailer and all that stuff.
People still use DirecTV? Jesus Christ.
Like,
I can understand, but DirecTV, my God.
Like Tropic Thunder, where it was like, my client was promised TiVo in their trailer.
Oh my God, I forgot about TiVo. Jesus.
Oh,
wow.
That's a throwback, huh?
Yeah.
TiVo.
It's like, thank you. I'm
She's
not mad.
She's not mad. Good.
She totally is. She's just lying to you. It's fine.
She's like constantly commenting, unfortunately.
I mean, it's a great thing to have this live interview because I originally wanted this to be something along the lines of like an inside view with Michael Rosenbaum, but I'm like, I'm not Michael Rosenbaum, and I'm not that caring about people, so I just want to talk about this movie, which is great, which is awesome. Hey, we have 3 people now. Woohoo! Yay!
So, the third person, you have to ask a question. Hey, it's Brain. Hey. We were in a film festival together. You guys should all check out his film, which should be coming out soon. They're working on the distribution of it now. I don't know the inside scoop on that, but it's called Human Resources. I watched it at Another Hole in the Head, which him and I both won awards at, which is really awesome. It's a funny story. The reason why him and I are friends is because they did an opening night for that festival live stream like this, right?
Oh,
and
nice.
and they were supposed to show everyone's trailers, and they just completely skipped over mine, and then with his they got to where they were trying to show it, and then they didn't know how to show it. At this point, the hosts are so drunk, one of them can't even like his words are slurring, and so his trailer they stream it through YouTube on this thing, so it was glitchy and all that stuff. But, we both watched each other's films, we had a great time, and then at the end of it, we both won the top awards after being completely snubbed. But yeah, seriously, Human Resources, their film, it's a horror film about a hardware store. It's fantastic. You got to check it out. The stuff that they're able to do with no money is just, I mean, I don't know how much the budget was, but I know that they're low budget like me. It's insane. It's honestly incredible. So
Yeah,
hey,
that.
maybe that's another interview for your new cutting yourself.
Cutting floor, yeah,
Cutting room.
the cutting room floor. Which I don't know if that's gonna stick, but it just sounded awesome. Yeah, it just
Stream face fast first for though, he says.
Yeah.
Whatever you can do, stream both of them, watch them both. They're both, do a double feature night,
There you go. Voodoo, get on that bundle.
Yep,
No.
exactly.
Yeah, but it's just it's awesome to have this kind of almost hour now, or literally an hour now, that we've been talking and just basically chopping up about your movie and things. So before we go, last time I had a game, I have no game. I just figured it'd be funny.
We'll do that. We'll invite everybody who came to the stream.
Yo, that would be great. You heard it here first. In about 5 years, the clock's for 9/8/27. That's when we'll go. Now, I thought it'd be cool if it's all right with you,
Yep.
if we did a watch along of your Welcome Home, Mr. Wayne.
Okay.
Trailer.
Yeah, I haven't seen that in forever, but I'm so down.
Cool. So, because we talked about it earlier, I figured,
yeah,
why not?
Why not? I haven't got into it in a while, so that was a thing that I did a while back, and so if you're watching, that's where it came from. So
yeah, and this is actually one of the things I knew about you beforehand, because we talked endlessly about this project, and I was like, "Oh, that's gonna be cool." Da, 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 da. And I was like, "I'm kind of fat. Hey, can I be Harvey Bullock?" No.
I mean, hey, I would have casted you. I mean, I didn't have the money to fly you out here either. That's the other big thing.
But that was just funny when you're like, I already have somebody for Harvey, but you can be one of the phone invoices. Okay, cool. I was like,
did I guess have somebody back then? Yeah, I probably did, but you were out of town too. That was the big thing.
I was out of state, sir.
Yeah, out of state. Yeah, I was excited about that project, but I'm really glad I did it because it got me, like I said, through quarantine. Because, like I said, Batman has saved me in my darkest times. So it's
the darkest times, the darkest night will be there. So I figure we'll probably end this with this, and kind of, if you want to do a commentary over it, which is totally baller, we will do that. Give me just a sec here. Just
going totally baller here.
Yeah. Now I have an excuse to use my TV now because for those who don't know, this was originally going to be dual streamed on Twitch and on my YouTube, but that fell through. So I was like, I'll just do it this way because this is going to be fun for me. Also, I like the full screen stuff. So give me just a second here.
One Mississippi.
Shut up. I sat here for a second, like, how do I do this? It's been so long since I've used StreamYard. Yeah. I was like, how do I do this again? You know. But and we are now copyright. So now, here we are.
It's only 2 minutes and 52 seconds.
Wait, I did say, hang on. I almost forgot. Check and see if I did the audio. Hang on. I probably didn't. It would have been hilarious if we just watched this
Everyone,
thing.
hang on. Everyone, hang on for dear life.
Yeah, system audio. Yep, that would have did it.
Fun fact about this thing: Jasmine full on passed out while we were filming this. Like I caught her, and she just like hadn't drank any water, Jasmine, and passed out because it was really hot when we filmed this. So
I mean, I don't doubt it, but it was even funnier because I remember we'll get to it in a second here. But let's just hit play and we'll just talk because this is hilarious for me. And it's buffering.
buffering.
Thanks, Google.
I'm buffering.
This is embarrassing.
No one had take that. Like, oh, I'm so buffering.
Okay. No, but just fix it.
That's what. It's not gonna buffer now. Shouldn't. It's all loaded all the way up to the end there. The hell.
I know, right? You would
This
think.
is not your fault. Everybody in the chat, sue YouTube.
I don't want to run that fight. So let's try something else here. Because I have not done this layout in a long time. What does this do? Nope, that's just me. That's not what I wanted.
Yeah, you only just get your live reaction to it.
Yeah, I haven't seen this in so long. Okay, we're going to try this again later.
See you, dude. It's good talking to you. We'll make sure to pursue YouTube. Thanks, man.
I am sorry. This is live entertainment, folks. We went from 4 to 2, which is fine. And also fun. So we're going to try this one more time.
That's the way we like it. That's the way we like it.
I knew where you were going with that, too, which is even funnier. We haven't talked in how long.
Yeah, but we stay up. We stay in touch.
Yeah.
And that's the important thing.
Yeah. But it's always fun because I love going over stuff like this. Just random things we can do with the internet, which does not sound suspect at all.
Not at all. Not even a little bit.
But it's always that fun time where we can just sit back and just laugh at our own stupidity and the things we've done before, things we've done in the past, which is what I'm trying to do here. The internet will sustain itself for like 5 minutes. Probably help if I actually just went ahead and shut that down because that was annoying. And this doesn't need to be here.
It does need to be there.
No, it does not. It's Norton's, which is a memory hog, which is probably slowing down my computer. Let's see. Let's try this again. Welcome home, Mr. Vane. Bruce Vane.
It's fine.
That was an 89 joke, Bruce Vane, because it's big old mirror with all that camera. Anyway. I love when no one gets my jokes. It's fine. I think we even talked about before doing a watch along of like other Hey, Randy!
Hey, Randy!
Randy's coming here at the 11th hour going, hey!
I should do like a watch along the Safe House now it's available. Like, that would be cool, I think. You could help me host it or something. It's live.
Why not just do it now? Shit.
Well, because I would set it up. I would be like, we're going to do a live of this movie. Everybody buy it this time. That's what I'd do.
That would be awesome. And just sitting here and be like, okay, so this is great. And just have like this live stream commentary because this trailer's not loading. It's starting to piss me off.
It's okay. Randy, ask a question. I don't care what it is. Just a random ass question. Just whatever you could think of. Most craziest thing. Just throw. What kind of Dr. Pepper do you like? Canned soda bottle? Canned soda bottle?
Okay, cool. I got it playing now. Cool.
Oh, right. Let's do it.
Hopefully I can make this work now. Thank God. That'd be great. If I just get it working right. Again, it's been a long time, so there's a lot of dead air, so to speak, and I'm just trying to that's fine.
Have you ever seen the picture of Randy as Victor Zsasz?
I have not, but I want to now.
I do too. I want to show it to you.
Okay, so we're doing this.
All right, let's do it.
Is it playing or is it just fucking up? Mother! It was playing a second ago. What the hell? This is not fun or fair. And I'm sorry, y'all. Y'all have been awesome. This, I can barely see that picture, but that looks awesome.
He was incredible. He really, really was. It's unfortunate that we haven't seen the whole thing, but yeah, no, he was absolutely incredible. And Randy, like I said earlier, is also in my next film.
Yay.
As Grip Max. This character's name is Grip Max.
That's awesome. Okay, so this is a bust.
Yeah, that's all right. We got 4 watching. Maybe somebody will ask a question. Hello, of you 4 wonderful people. Will you
Hello,
ask a
people.
question to what we're trying to figure out about Travis? So, what do we want to know about Travis?
That would be funny. Let's turn this on its head. How about we don't and I just say bye? That's fine. I'm all about it. But yeah, this was fun.
Yeah, it's all right. It
trial and
happens.
error, like this. Basically, if you believe it or not, I think this was just the perfect metaphor for the film industry. You get a script out there and it just buffers, endlessly buffers, and you don't hear nothing back. But eventually, it starts working in the background like it just did.
Randy said that it seems like YouTube has been finicky today, and it's just been weird on his end. So
I just saw that.
Probably YouTube's fault. And like I said earlier, we should all
Class action lawsuit. No.
Yeah, class action lawsuit. I don't have a lawyer, so I will take yours. But
well, I don't have one either, so I guess we're repping ourselves.
Oh boy, I've
seen a lot of suits. I think we'll be in good shape.
I'm caught up on She-Hulk, so I'm good.
You know what? Shit. Let's just talk about that for like 20 minutes because we're both Marvel fans.
I like it. I don't care. I've honestly enjoyed all of it. I really liked the feeling of, I don't know what it is. It's just, it feels fun to watch, and I enjoy, I like the idea of her having to defend Abomination. That episode where she's trying to decide on that, I thought that was the best episode in my opinion.
Also, the slick little line from Hulk, I was literally a different person when we had that fight. I was like, yo. Which is actually kind of funny if you think about it, because not only Edward Norton to Mark Ruffalo, haha, but if you look at it, the Hulk models were different completely.
Oh yeah, they're completely different. I honestly like the older one a little bit better. He looks more like completely savage. Randy says that we need to pull a Ted Bundy. Oh yeah, I get it. I didn't get it at first, but I get it. It's because he defended himself. He defended himself.
Okay.
He tried to
lose. Yeah.
Yeah, but he lost, Randy. We can't lose. We cannot lose this class action lawsuit against YouTube for minor inconveniences. That's what we're suing them for.
We want 10,000. Can I have a buck, please? I'm broke.
I will take a box of McNuggets. Thank you.
Right.
There is here's a random fact about me that has nothing to do with anything, but I am so obsessed with ranch dressing. I love ranch dressing with all of my heart, but ranch dressing has to be very particular. You cannot put any ranch dressing on a McNugget. You have to have McDonald's ranch dressing for it. If you go to Wendy's, you have to have their specific. Every ranch dressing has a different consistency and a different taste, and if you eat it with the wrong, that's what's so annoying about them not giving you ranch when you go through a drive-through, and then you get home and you don't have ranch, and then you have to eat just whatever ranch you have in the refrigerator, which I have 3 options. I have a salad ranch, I have a meat ranch, and I have a starch ranch.
None of them are Hidden Valley, are they?
No. Well, I was at Jasmine's dad's house, and I was talking about that about how much I love ranch and that specific thing there too. And they only had Hidden Valley, and I just like discussed about how gross Hidden Valley was, and then it get time to eat, and I started pouring Hidden Valley on my plate, and they're like, "What are you doing? I thought you hated it." It's like, yeah, but it's ranch, and I have no other options. I'm gonna eat it. Like ranch is a necessity. Like
That is great.
if there's an apocalypse, if this is a Mad Max world, everybody's gonna go for gasoline, water, and non-perishables, right? And I'm gonna stock up on ranch. I'm just gonna go to every ranch place that I can find and get the best kinds of ranch, and I'll probably survive longer than anyone else.
I get the feeling you'd be that one cannibal. It's like, I will eat you, but first I need to find the right
Ranch.
random
What
ranch,
is
and it goes with you.
what is human? What ranch best complements human flesh? Because you
It's
probably
not
get
even human flesh. It can't be human flesh because every person is going to taste different. So it has to be a specific person.
every person has a very specific ranch.
I would not be
I'm gonna
surprised if
make
you did
that
that
into a
guy.
cannibal movie. Could you imagine, like, if you make a movie about a cannibal, but he like, it's like it's the feeling. Have you ever watched Hannibal, the TV show?
Nah.
If you watch it, if you ever do watch it, you will when you're watching it and you're watching him make food, marching Hannibal make food. You will hate how hungry you get because it looks so appetizing, and you know in your head, one, it's not actually human flesh or human food, right? But it is supposed to be human, and like I was watching it for class in my undergrad because I had an awesome teacher that assigned us to watch Hannibal for class, which was great. And I'm watching it during class, and it was like 3 o'clock in the morning, and I'm watching this, and I'm getting starving, and like, oh, I'm so hungry. And like normally, if I go to McDonald's or something, I get like chicken nuggets if it's open. But I had to go there and get a hamburger because I needed red meat because of how hungry that show made me. And it's bad. It's unfortunate because it sounds wrong, but it's not. Like if you watch it, it makes it happen.
I mean, I can't laugh at you. It's like I literally went to Burger King today. I was like, oh yeah, that meal where you can get like double cheeseburger, friggin' fries, a drink, and chicken fries. Sure, I'll get that for $6. I also see Bacon King. I'm like, haven't had one of those. Yeah, it's basically their double bacon burger Whopper thing. It's literally bread, meat, cheese, bacon, some kind of dressing, whatever. It's not ranch, so you wouldn't like it.
Mm-hmm.
But it's just, I haven't had one of those. I was like, can I get one of those medium? I was like, damn it. I was like,
well, I don't know how we got on this subject, but I do know that, man, now I wish I didn't live an hour away from all fast foods right now because I could go for some seriously. It sounds
yeah,
really good.
that DoorDash bill is gonna suck.
Oh, I'm not doing that. Well, actually, I would be almost certain that there's not DoorDash where I'm at. So,
DoorDash, Uber Eats, probably neither of them.
no.
But yeah. Also, I love the fact that probably about an hour, almost hour and 20, almost hour and a half into this thing, someone's like, "Oh, Seinfeld 1618. What's this movie?" Yeah, I just went to Burger King a couple days ago. Not even talking about the movie.
All right, I put my address into DoorDash, and it says I can get things delivered to me by Tuesday, September 13th. That's the closest anybody is. So,
oh my god, that's great.
I don't think it's gonna work.
I don't think so either, but that's freaking great.
There's 4 people in here. Oh, we lost now down to 2.
That's fine.
One of them has to be Jasmine still, I'm betting.
Probably Jasmine and Randy, which would be awesome.
Yeah.
I wish I could just spontaneously just be like, hey, let's just bring them in. It'd be fun.
I am.
Fuck it. Hang on. Give me 5 minutes.
You can if you want to. I mean,
That's
I don't know.
That's what I said. Fuck it. Give me 5 minutes.
You can send like an invite to Jazz and Randy and see if they.
I'm about to. I'm gonna see if they want to hop on.
See what happens.
Cool. Yeah, that'd be hilarious. Watch, I look back at the stream, both of them are like, no, we're good. We don't want to be part of this train wreck.
Oh, she says she's here. Well, you're about ready to be more than just here, or to be ready to be in here.
Yes.
In,
Come on in. The water's fine. I bet it's not the cucumber water, but it's water if you want it. It's fine. It's not sparkling either.
Travis put 4 ice cubes in the cucumber water.
I will not be surprised if the first thing that we see if she jumps on is just a splash of water on the camera. I'm like, no!
How dare you guys talk about me like this?
Oh, man.
Who knows? Who knows?
That would be awesome if she does, though. It's hilarious. Randy's here too. I gotta ask Randy. Hold on. Let's see. Let's see if I can get any of the cast in here. That'd be fun, just spontaneously. And yes, this is as spontaneous as my brain is.
I know that Randy's in Denver right now.
Oh, that's awesome.
I don't know if he's out and about. He got to go to an early screening of Barbarian last night and invited me, but I'm so far away I couldn't go. But I'm so jealous. I want to see that movie so bad. So we can ask him for all the juicy spoilers.
By the way, for those who are wondering, yes, this is how random my streams usually are.
I'm having fun. I'm having a good time. I'm enjoying myself. I could go for some chicken nuggets and ranch right now, honestly, but other than that, Randy said it was so fun with 1, 2, 3,
yeah, I see
6 zeros and 4 zeros on.
Hold on, good. Zeros? Those are O's, dude.
Those are definitely zeros.
Those are O's, dude. Those are.
I'm sorry. When I see a bunch of circles together, I see a lot of zeros with all my goals, because that's what I want my paychecks to have.
Okay, so we need to learn you something good, because it isn't working for me, dude. So hear what need be done. Not kidding. As I get as stereotypically Southern as I can while still living in Florida, so I'm pretty accurate.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, so this is gonna be fun because
000 S00000 fun.
Unless that S has a dot as a line down the middle, I don't really care. But so joining this is Jasmine Day. Hey.
Sorry, I'm really busy getting my cucumbers into my water right now.
How many ice cubes you got?
The correct amount. And where's my trailer, by the way? Thank you very much. My God.
You're in all the trailers. You're in every single one of them.
Hi, guys.
You're in all of the trailers.
Yeah.
I didn't exclude you from a single movie trailer, unlike Popular Monsters.
Yeah, that's right.
We haven't decided yet on that one. So.
Hey, guys.
Hi.
And for the first couple of seconds, I'm like, I'm just going to be over here off screen so y'all can just throw whatever. I'm kidding. But yeah,
Randy says so, comma 00000. Good.
That's great. So it's 50. What's that? 5, 1, 2. 3. That's a lot. I can't tell if that's 500 or 550. Forget it. I was gonna make a money joke, but I'm too broke for one, so it's all right.
Yeah, I feel that.
So, Jasmine, basically, since so apparently it was a year since y'all were last on here. I've been thoroughly corrected multiple times throughout this interview, which is fun. So that being said, what is this? The what's it called? I had something, and I lost it. Dagnabbit. What's the experience been like for you as the one who's been getting a lot of the acting awards that go along with this film? Like, what has that been like for you since last year to basically now? Because you guys just gone over 17 apparently awards. So yeah, what's that like for you?
It's been really, really cool. It's been a very cool experience because, as an actor, like, you watch whatever you're in, or at least that's how I am. And I watch stuff and I'm like, I don't want to see my face. I don't want to hear my voice. I don't want to whatever. And I just like can't watch it. But with Safe House, this was like the first time that I had been in something that I was like, oh, I can watch it. And I'm like not cringing watching my face. So that was a whole experience in and of itself. And then getting to see all of the awards and everything has been really cool because I'm like, okay, I'm not crazy. I'm actually good at my job. That's nice. One. And then two, it's been really humbling and cool to see that like people are liking this performance, and I did a good job of creating Calvin's vision and bringing it to life and having a blast on set. And it's just nice to see the work that like paid off, you know?
Yeah, it's always nice. Now, there is a question from a completely random fan watching the stream today. Does Jasmine have another hoodie, or is that the only one?
No,
So-
it's the only one I own.
So I don't know who that Calvin Shepard was. I mean, Calvin, you seem to have a name with just. Do you know? I'm gonna stop with that joke because that was just DOA. I tried being funny, it just didn't work.
Oh boy,
It's
that's
the
it.
only one I own.
It's pretty.
I ain't knocking it. It's awesome. But yeah, so it's just so. This has been awesome so far, and I have no idea where to take this now because this has just been off the walls.
Take it everywhere.
Yeah, you two have been wild.
Well,
Listening to you washing my dishes, it's been very entertaining.
here's the truth, and this is the full truth. Okay, Safe House 1618 was kind of a success. I'm very proud of it, but it's not my fault it's a success. It's not Jasmine's fault it's a success. It's nobody's fault that's a success, but one individual. This one right here. It's all her fault. It's all on her. She did the whole thing. It's not even fair that she doesn't.
He actually played all the characters too.
Yeah.
I'm not actually playing Joe. It's actually Arlie. Yeah.
This is the best actress in the world right here.
Are we sure that fault is the right word? In this
Yeah.
context? Are we sure about this? No. But this has actually been just a tremendous amount of fun, just watching this and watching it grow with you guys and seeing you guys get the accolades, not just from this movie, but just the doors that probably opened for you guys. Because Jasmine, I saw it when you first posted that you got the job at that Goo Goo Dolls. Was it Goo Goo Dolls?
Yes.
Yeah, I was going to say Iris because I was like, no, that's the song by the Goo Goo Dolls. That's the only song I know. But no, that Goo Goo Dolls music video, which I was like, top notch, very good. So it's kind of nice to see not just people I've interviewed, people I consider friends, to be like go off and have these awesome careers. And now you're an LA girl, which is awesome. You are so much closer to my friends, to people I talk. Well, that'll stop. But yeah, so this is just an awesome project, and I wish you all continued success. And I hope this opens a lot more doors for you. To Calvin, I will said Justin for some stupid reason.
My name is Justin.
Wonderful.
This Justin. I am not Justin.
Okay. Awesome. But Calvin, as a director and just writer, I hope this opens a lot more doors for you. And Jasmine, I know the future is going to be bright for you because you have untapped charisma that this business hasn't seen yet. So this is going to be awesome to see you guys both just grow and flourish. And Randy's here now, so let's just add Randy.
Yeah, add Randy. What's
Now it's
up,
a party.
Randy?
Now it's a party.
There you go.
Randy, you're out in Denver somewhere.
Yes, I'm at a coffee shop.
Oh, okay.
That's awesome.
That makes sense. Definitely hear the coffee shop.
Yeah, definitely in the
I hope
coffee
it's,
shop.
I hope it's not too loud.
Oh, that's all right. If anything, I'll just go to copyright strike on this thing. It's fine. It'll be my
I
first
think it's
one, so
live
know I'll
music.
need it.
Is it live music?
No, it's just stereo, their sound system and stuff.
Yeah,
I got you. I got you.
I figured as much, which is so much fun. But yeah, this is now 4 times as fun because there's 4 of us on screen now.
3
which
times
is-
as fun. Jasmine hasn't left her trailer and is still complaining about the cucumber water.
Okay, so if you want to get technical, Calvin, it's double the fun because there's double the people here now, but half the
Right.
people watching, which is awesome.
Right.
So,
Well, it's because they were watching.
which is probably fair. They're probably still watching, which is even funnier.
I have been one of the viewers to the entire thing, so you know.
Appreciate it. But hey, no shame. I mean, out of everything you guys have done, what's the one thing you'll take away, not just from this experience filming, but just watching like the growth of this project that started as a passion project, probably from Calvin, and just watching it grow into this? I'm not gonna say juggernaut of an indie film, but I'm gonna say juggernaut of an indie film at this point because, damn, like I said, y'all heard it a couple of times before by now, and I made the joke already. It's like we just showed up to these festivals, we just won 17 times on record, but I have yet to fill out the paperwork for the other 120 different awards I've already won. So we're just gonna keep going. Like what's the one thing you guys are gonna take away from this, whether it be a memory or just a feeling?
You guys go first.
We go first.
Yeah, you guys go.
Whoever did.
Okay. Definitely. Like just the difference of experience that I've even like had working on some smaller things over here, or even for the music video, which like not naming names or anything, but like you see people, you just see people there, and I'm like, why are you here if you're gonna be like, oh, I'm tired, I want to go home. Meanwhile, cut to us, and we're like, we're working our asses off for 2 weeks, or just all of that, and seeing the passion, and like you really figure out who's there, who wants to be there, who cares about being there. And I think it's really important. And also it like our work ethic is so long. We're like, you want to shoot for 21 hours? Let's do it. Bet you can't. And I'm like, oh yeah, I can all day long, bet. And it's just like,
No,
yeah,
it's like, no, you literally can't. There's a union involved. We can't do that.
Now there is, yeah. So that's not gonna be a thing going forward.
it's just cool to be surrounded by the people that like really care, and you learn who to work with. You learn, I don't know, just the love of it, really.
So,
Definitely.
yeah. Randy, how about you?
Oh my lord. Pretty much like the same thing. Like, one of the producers for Popular Monsters, pretty much, LM. They pretty much said it like when we were on set for like the concept shoot for Popular Monsters and everything, like of how like we like found our group of individuals who are like very hardworking and passionate, like Jasmine just said and stuff. And I think it's just like really cool to get like a perspective of just seeing like the cogs in the machine going, and it's like working very like smoothly, and everybody has the same vision, everybody communicates perfectly, everybody one thing is said and like the message is delivered perfectly, like everything is just moving like swimmingly and stuff. And being on Safe House was pretty much the same way too, because everybody was just like a go-getter and everybody was like so passionate, and it was just really cool to see, because that was my first time. Well, not really my first time, because there was obviously like Prey and stuff, but that got delayed and stuff. But yeah, being part of Popular Monsters was like my first like feature film, like first film to like really see like how everything is like made and produced, and seeing how like all the actors play with one another. And obviously I was in it and acted in it, but yeah, it was really cool being able to also have like all the freedom to play around and really showcase what we think or like who we think the character is and stuff. And I thought that was really, really cool.
Now to the man himself, Calvin.
The
This-
question was, what was my one takeaway from all of this so far?
one takeaway. What's something you're going to take with you like throughout this entire bit, not sort of bit, but like from here moving forward, as far as things you've done, things that you are going forward and doing, or just whether it be a memory of getting that first award or just a feeling you've had from this experience.
I think, like, there's a lot of things I could say and a lot of different places I could go to, but I mean, one feeling that I don't think I could ever replace is that fear and that fear of the moment I realized somebody put one too many ice cubes in Jasmine.
Why are you like this? I need. Why are you like this?
Okay, all right. In reality, man, one, I don't know. I just like. There was a moment, I think, especially after Safe House 1618, moving into Popular Monsters and moving forward, where I realized this shit's fucking real now. Like it's more like it had to do with like where Safe House was at and what we were doing with Popular Monsters. That like this shit is fucking real now. Like we have to like not only. Not that I didn't take it seriously before, but like there's a moment where it's kind of like changed for me in the sense of like this is my job, this is my whole life, this is what I have to like, everything has to be right, professional, and like at a certain point, like there's a lot of great people involved with a lot of this stuff. And I want to work with them until the end of the days, but this again is a job and a thing, and then this is like I take this movie stuff more seriously than I should take pretty much anything else. Coming from a guy who just spent that entire time setting up a joke about how many ice cubes Jasmine makes in her water, but I'm serious. I am serious now, so serious. But yeah, that's my answer.
I mean, you guys you guys have probably formed a bond that you probably won't forget for a while. Not just as people you've worked with, but probably as friends. If I would go out on a limb and say that.
Yeah, Randy and I are great friends.
Yeah, Calvin and I are not at all though.
We do not get along
Can't stand
whatsoever.
him.
He gave you one ice cube, didn't he?
Yeah, and next time when you ask for an interview with him, he's actually not going to be available because something really bad happened on set. So,
Did you tell him about your redacted script?
oh God, yeah. So this shit, right? And like, I have read this script from its very, very first draft. I read every single draft. I go through it. I look for grammar stuff. I go through ideas. I go through all the drafts, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then I get this last draft, and I'm like, "Huh? Is that a little mistake right there? Well, like, what happened with that?" And he's like, "Oh, no. Your co-star Tori, yeah, she has the full script, but you don't because I'm gonna pull that shit where I torture you on set, and you're gonna go crazy, and I'm gonna get the best performance out of it." And I can't even be mad because it always works. And I'm like, you're right. But like, I'll definitely give him shit about it for sure.
It's gonna be fun. It's gonna be a good time. I can't wait.
I mean, you guys have been unbelievably kind with your time and just spontaneously just jumping in, whether it's doing dishes or at a random freaking coffee shop in Colorado. So I appreciate all of you guys coming on. Thank you guys for stopping by. And thank you all for watching. Go find Safe House 1618 digitally. I mean, don't go find the actual place where they shot and located. That's fucking creepy as hell. Don't do that. So, but go find it on Amazon, Google.
Somebody else is living there now. It's fine.
You're not supposed to say that. It's a safe house. Anyway,
Different criminals.
like I said, Amazon, Google, wherever you find your stuff, probably Voodoo.
Sling.
Where?
No, it's on Sling and Roku.
It's on Sling and Roku. God dang. Okay. Cool. Yeah. Go find this film. It's great. It's a great film to watch. Even if you're not into horror movies like me, it is very fun.
Apple TV.
Do you want to just list off the places you can buy it at this point, Nick? You can just
And
start plugging.
Xbox.
That's fine.
Xbox. Yeah, that was the other one. Xbox.
You probably find it on PlayStation at that point. But yeah, so
And Microsoft.
Yeah.
It's just Jasmine. I totally get it now. I can't work with this. I can't. Now I need 3 ice cubes. I can't do this. I can't do this, man.
You're getting 4 ice cubes.
All right. So from all of us here,
All right.
thank you for watching. See you on the next one.
Yee.
Bye.